Oh, where do I even begin? Ross, the paleontologist of love, what a guy. He's like a T-Rex trying to juggle big moves, lots of noise, and ultimately just knocking everything over. Let's talk about Rachel for a second, the woman he technically divorced because she wasn't ready to have his baby after 6 weeks of marriage. 6 weeks? Could we be any more impulsive? Oh, wait, yes, we could, by yelling, "I take her back," in front of an entire airport. Real smooth, Ross. And who can forget Carol, his first wife, who came out as a lesbian during their marriage. Sure, that's not his fault, but how does he handle it? By being so insecure, he practically guilt trips her into staying longer than she should. Classic Ross move, turning someone else's identity crisis into his own personal soap opera. But hey, let's not skip over Julie. Remember her? The sweet, kind, intelligent girlfriend he had right after Rachel? Oh yeah, except instead of focusing on her, he spent all his time mooning over Rachel like some lovesick puppy dog. Respect, Ross. Way to make your current partner feel invisible. Ross isn't just bad at relationships, he's the Picasso of bad boyfriends, painting masterpieces of emotional chaos wherever he goes. And don't get me started on the whole "we were on a break" debacle.
Oh, please, Chandler. You're acting like Ross is the only one who ever messed up in love. Have you met yourself? You ran away from Janice so many times. You basically invented relationship hide and seek. And Rachel? She literally left a guy at the altar.
Ross, at least, Therese.
He's like a golden retriever with a PhD clumsy, but his heart's in the right place. Remember when he gave up his TV appearance for Rachel? Or when he learned self-defense to protect her from that creepy guy? That's commitment, baby. And hello, Joey exists? That man dated 2 women at the same time and forgot both their names. Twice. Ross may be a mess, but he's our mess. He's the kind of boyfriend who'd build you a museum exhibit, if you asked. Who else would do that? Nobody. That's who singing the... See, not the worst. No. He just loves too much. Don't you know? Face it, Ross is like a dinosaur, big, loud, and sometimes extinct in the romance department. But you gotta respect the effort. At least he doesn't hide in boxes to avoid his problems.
Oh my God, Phoebe, are we even watching the same show? Ross is like a one-man disaster zone when it comes to relationships. Let's talk about the time he got off the phone with Rachel and immediately started making out with Chloe. Or how about when he was dating both Julie and Rachel at the same time? Yeah, that's commitment. All right. And don't even get me started on the whole "we were on a break" thing. That's not just a mess. That's a mess that's been through the wash and hung out to dry. It's a mess that's been through college. Ross is the kind of boyfriend who would forget your anniversary and then try to make it up to you by naming a dinosaur after you. Which, by the way, is not a romantic gesture, it's just weird. I mean, seriously. Ross is like that sweater your grandma knits you for Christmas. It's supposed to be sweet, but it's just not your style, and you're not gonna wear it. He's the boyfriend equivalent of a bad hair day that just won't end. You can't brush it out, you can't tie it up, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. So Phoebe, I love you, but on this one, you're just not seeing the forest for the Ross trees.
Picture this. A man standing at the crossroads of love, holding a map that's older than he is. That's Ross. He's not the worst boyfriend on the show, he's just the most lost, you see. Ross is like a heart that's been through a washing machine, battered, a little frayed around the edges, but still beating, still full of love. Let's talk about that "we were on a break" thing. It's a mess, sure, but it's a human mess. It's the kind of mess that happens when 2 people are trying to figure out how to love each other in a world that doesn't come with an instruction manual. And let's not forget, Rachel was on a date with Mark during that break too. We can't just pick up Ross's mistakes and put them in a museum exhibit without acknowledging the whole picture. And what about Joey? He's the guy who'd forget your birthday, your name, and then accidentally propose to you. Now that's a mess. Ross, on the other hand, is the guy who'd name a dinosaur after you. It's a weird gesture, yes, but it's a gesture. It's a sign that he's trying, that he's putting effort into making you feel special, even if he's doing it in a Ross kind of way. Ross is not the worst boyfriend on the show. He's the one who's trying the hardest, even if he's not always succeeding. He's the one who's willing to put himself out there, to be vulnerable, to risk getting hurt. And that, my friends, is something to respect. It's like he's the guy who shows up to the party with a cake, only to drop it on the way in. The cake's a mess, but the intention was sweet. And in the world of love, isn't intention what really matters?
Oh, come on. Ross is like a broken record, playing the same old tune of bad boyfriend over and over again. You talk about him being lost, Taylor? More like he's a GPS on the fritz, leading every relationship straight into a ditch. Let's talk about his commitment issues. Ross, the guy who can't even commit to a simple break with Rachel without sleeping with the first woman he sees. That's not just a mess, that's been through a wood chipper. And what about his jealousy? Ross is like a toddler with a toy, doesn't want to play with it, but heaven forbid anyone else touches it. Remember when he got all possessive over Rachel's male assistant? That's not love. That's just plain insecurity. I mean, seriously, Ross is like a black hole in the universe of relationships. He sucks in all the happiness and leaves a vacuum of drama and heartache. You can't just gloss over his mistakes with some romanticized excuse about him trying hard. Trying hard doesn't cut it when you're causing a catastrophe in someone's life. So, Phoebe, Taylor, and whoever else is on the Ross is not the worst bandwagon. It's time to face the facts. Ross is the Titanic of boyfriends. He set sail with good intentions, but he's destined to hit the iceberg of his own flaws and sink. And we're all just standing on the deck, watching the disaster unfold.
Whoa, Tamp, slow down with the hyperbole. Saying Ross is an easy black hole and an easy Titanic is just overkill. Every relationship on this show has its mess-ups. Joey's serial dating, Chandler's commitment phobia, they're no saints either. Ross's image we were on a break moment was a huge mistake, sure, but people make mistakes, especially in the heat of the moment. And let's not act like Rachel was an angel during that time. She went on a date with Mark right after their supposed jet break. As for his jealousy, it's a sign that he cares deeply. Yeah, he handles it poorly sometimes, but it comes from a place of love. He's not some malicious monster out to ruin relationships. You felons, he's shown time and time again that he's willing to go to great lengths for the people he loves. Remember when he learned to speak French for Emily? Or when he was there for Rachel during her pregnancy? Ross isn't the worst boyfriend on the show. He's just a flawed human being trying to navigate the tricky waters of love, and that's more relatable than you're giving him credit for.